are going to be continuing on with the Archon quest that we have been slowly working on. And right now, we are jumping down to the exorcism site.
What? You're saying he isn't possessed?
No, unfortunately, he is not possessed.
Does that mean that he's just lost his mind? But how is that possible? No, I refuse to believe it. Something's clearly wrong.
Nanako, please, try not to get agitated.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, I can find no sign of any malignant spirit having possessed Dawn. But spirits may take a myriad of forms in this world, many of which I cannot claim to have witnessed myself. Thus, I dare not rule out possession with complete certainty. And all is certainly not lost, for I received word not long ago that Lady Yai has taken an interest in her sensei's case.
Lady Yai? Is that the same Lady Yai that I think you mean?
The Shrine Maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news! Then Sensei will be sure to recover.
I don't think so.
Lady Yai is most knowledgeable indeed, and has abundant experience in the exorcism of evil spirits and aversion of great calamities. I am unable to say for certain whether an evil spirit has possessed your senses.
This is already
but
just
Lady
so
Yai
depressing.
gave a conclusive verdict.
Excuse me, Miss Inagi, but I must ask, should we prepare a greeting gift for Lady Yai?
That won't be necessary. All that is required of you is your timely arrival at the Grand Narukami Shrine. Lady Yai does not like to be kept waiting. I must leave now, but we will meet soon at the shrine.
Are we gonna have to take...
Full and speedy recovery.
Are we gonna have to take him all the way up the mountain?
Lady Yai herself would have taken notice of our sensei's case.
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't renowned enough to deserve Lady Yai's attention?
Shots
No,
fired.
that's not what I meant at all. You misunderstand me. Just mean this is Lady Yai, the head shrine maiden. She has direct and close contact with the almighty Shogun herself. Anyway, you should join us too, tomorrow. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we, the disciples of Meikyo Shisui Art, will do our best to help you.
I will gladly join you.
Sure! After all, everyone seems pretty excited about Lady Yai. We're curious to meet her too. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find out a thing or two about the Raiden children from her.
One way to find out. And now we have to teleport all the way to the top of Mount Yoko. And I assume we're going to have to go all the way to the back. And here comes more dialogue.
Do you think that's Lady Yai?
Oh, I love her already.
No wonder Junyo is so excited. She has a really striking presence. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now?
Uh-oh.
It was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please, let me go, I beg you.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels past, gathered all around him to persecute him.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what came his way, he would always face it with a confident smile.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei is not possessed by any evil spirit.
Then does that mean he...
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered a spiritual collapse, With his wits impaired, he finally descended into madness. As one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately against his predicament, it does nothing to prevent his descent into the depths.
I take it
What has
back.
triggered this change? I believe it must be the loss of his vision.
Wait.
For to be stripped of one's vision is to be stripped of one's ambition.
Stripped of his
I
ambition?
really don't know
But Lady Yi, even without his ambition,
where she
why should he
is.
suffer such a dramatic change? How does that explain his descent into madness?
Your school practices Meiki Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any in this world could ever hope to achieve it. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled enraged when defeated by his junior. And then there was an aged swordmaster who was aggrieved enough that he crossed blades with a disciple he himself had taught. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both? Can one truly remain unagitated, of still mind in moments such as these?
Lady Yi, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It is no small undertaking to pursue the position of greatest sword master in the world. It requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the hopes and dreams of others, even those of one's closest companions. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become the best made it possible for him to
Does she
rise
have two
above
visions?
his encounters, to focus on the way ahead. When that ambition disappeared, he began to doubt himself. As he battled his growing anxiety, he slowly descended into the state you see him in now. Much like a certain fatally flawed friend of mine.
Poor Sensei. To think he's been suffering so greatly.
I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Father, Sensei, Ansai.
That's enough.
Isn't that Ansai? Where did he come from? Did he follow us the whole way here?
Ansai, why are there two of you? Is that you or a ghost? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it would come. I never should have.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you are far from kindly. But I didn't come here to settle a score. It's been so long now that I made peace with it years ago. You did nothing wrong that day. I couldn't face the humiliation. That's why I ran. I don't think most of the people you beat along the way would hold it against you. On the contrary, you cut our ambitions short. We entrusted them to you, in the hopes that they might carry you further.
I don't think that's how that works.
We can't place our hopes in you any longer, since you've been stripped of your ambitions too. But that is no reason to strip them of theirs. Follow the way of the sword all the way to the highest peak. You taught them that, didn't you?
But what if one day the same thing happens to them? I put everything I had into trying to become the best. But what if it was all a huge mistake right from the start? If there's a chance they'll end up like me one day, I'd rather they stay where they are now than go any further down this path.
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I told myself I would follow in your footsteps for the rest of my days. I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as you do now. All I know is that here and now, in the present, I wish to continue. I want to keep going until the day that I can stand before everyone with my head held high and announce that I, like my sensei Domon before me, am a master of Meikyo Shisui art.
Nanako's far from the only one. Actually, all of us think that way.
Goodness. Well,
You see? You can place the
Good
ambition
Lord.
you once had in their hands.
I did not
Stripped of your
expect this to
ambition
get
is something
so
that's
real.
to me, so I can't claim to understand it. But I do know what it feels like to have your ambitions crushed. That's what happened on the day you were so effortlessly defeated. So, just as I once placed my ambitions onto you, it is time for you to release yours into their custody. You are not in the same position that I was. When I left, I had nothing to my name. You have a great number of worthy disciples.
I understand. I'm sorry to have made you worry for me and for the state of Mikyo Shisui-art. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. The emptiness and suffering inside of me will not abate, so I cannot hope to still my mind and be free of agitation. But as your sensei, I shall commit to imparting unto you everything I have learned in my life so far. This is my promise. And I humbly ask Anzai, my senior, to hold me to my word.
You can count on that. I'd be checking in on you occasionally anyway, just to make sure you hadn't lost your mind again. But I am now used
That
to the
was
life of a
an
wanderer.
oddly sweet ending.
I don't belong to the dojo anymore, so I will simply stop by once in a while to make sure you aren't cutting any corners with them. Well, don't just stand there staring at me. Say thank you to Lady Yai and then get yourself back home.
Oh, I don't think her left earring is an actual vision.
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take it over on his behalf. Guess that sort of solves this one, huh?
Yep. It seems as good of a resolution as we could hope for.
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some news for you.
Uh-oh.
My intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment.
Well, we are the main character, so that makes sense.
I have high
That was
hopes
weird.
for you, child. Don't disappoint me.
Dot dot dot.
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to have taken a real interest in you. She seems super mysterious. I'm so curious what she
I
really
really
meant by
don't
all
know
that.
how I feel about her.
We can come back to it another time. For now, we should go report back to Miss Kamisato.
Yeah, we should. How far away is it? Oh, that's not that far. Let's go ahead and jump. We're gonna glide all the way down, 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 down. I imagined that third story of that quest was going to end up being the most depressing, I guess. But I think it actually had like the best ending, like the kindest ending for that kind of messed up situation. Oh. Okay, I don't think I've unlocked it yet. I'm not looking forward to that, having to build my reputation in Inazuma as well. That will be a long and tumultuous journey.
Oh, Ayaka! Guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Ayaka!
It's her. Kind of weird they do this weird
Traveler, Paimon.
display
It is a
sort of
pleasure
thing
to
when they
have you
literally
both
plaster her
face to face.
everywhere for this chapter. But
I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
the the damage done by losing a build vision can't be completely undone.
Well, I guess we'll have to see what happens.
But I think it actually had like the best ending, like the kindest. I mean, I don't know how I feel about her. I think it actually had like the best ending for that kind of messed up situation.
them their visions back, seems like there's no way to really help them. Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the 3 things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
That's funny. Now that you've done exactly what I wanted you to do, we can be friends. That doesn't sound toxic. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
True. Why is his ponytail moving so much? Why is her ponytail moving so much? That's odd.
Oh.
The ponytails have anime physics.
Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
Friend request accepted.
Thank you both kindly. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen?
It seems to be a fate worse than death.
Perhaps in the eyes of a deity such as the almighty Shogun, the lives of those who inhabit the world are inconsequential. Thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descend. All these things take place with no regard for the feelings of the common people. But I believe that surely you understand what they must endure.
Dot, dot, dot.
It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate my feelings on all of this. In which case, perhaps you would be willing to reconsider your stance?
I will help you fight the Vision Hunt decree, which I wanted to do from the very beginning.
You will? Really?
But you must keep the promise you made me.
Naturally.
Alright, bravo, my lady. You were right all along.
See? I told you she wouldn't reject them. I placed my trust in the right person after all. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters of a more confidential nature, perhaps we could move to the Komori Tea House? We ought not to
Okay, then.
involve other members of the Yashiro Commission.
Are we gonna teleport? Yes, Kamisato and Toma take you once again to the tea house.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
Okay.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
I love Paimon so much. Her facial expressions are so good.
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Oftentimes, it is not appropriate to discuss details in front of bystanders.
Click auto.
Oh, Paimon gets it. Gotta keep a bit of mystery, right?
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here. Only members of the Yashiro Commission are permitted to come and go as they please.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me?
Oh, do I? Is no one else fighting the Vision Hunt decree?
The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, there was something else about her that struck me even more deeply. It was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose, focused exclusively on her single goal of implementing eternity, acting accordingly without feeling.
Have you raised a formal objection to the Vision Hunt decree?
Of course. We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at Tenchukaku, it is promptly vetoed by both the Tenryou Commission and the Kanjo Commission, and subsequently scrapped. They invariably adopt a stance of unconditional support for the Shogun's decisions. They have no interest in discussing anything.
It sounds like they need to be
Almost makes
stopped.
one wonder whether they had a hand in the Shogun's sudden decision to issue the Vision Hunt decree.
Oh, dark. I have no further questions.
Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you like to know, Paimon?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is tantamount to challenging a deity. Coming to terms with that is already a difficult step to take.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, for the moment, all we can do is try and reduce the harm that is being caused by this decree.
I'll fight
For
a god.
example, by providing vision
I
bearers
will
with
throw
support,
hands with God
or
himself.
manufacturing counterfeit visions for them as a contingency measure.
You're telling Paimon that there are people out there
Come on.
fake visions?
We already know about this.
Underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article.
We already know that Snezhanayan people have those secondary visions. I forget what they're called. But like, the child fight, he goes from a Hydro to an Electro character. We already know that there are counterfeit visions. That must have been where Venti went.
The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit visions,
Ooh,
has recently been arrested by the Tenryou Commission.
Jailbreak.
So they found out about it?
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu.
It is only right that he should be saved as well.
Exactly. I feel the same way. But given Minor Toma's identities as part of the Yashiro Commission, breaking him out of prison would risk dragging down the reputation of the
That's
entire
funny.
Kamisato clan should we be caught. That would only serve to cast suspicion on any future activity we might seek to attend.
So you're offloading that job to me, huh?
By no means do we intend to place the burden of such a task on your shoulders alone. When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family.
Fireworks shop run by
You will
Naganohara
find someone
family.
who can help you.
Got it. Okay then. With that, we got an achievement. How do I... This way. And through with this door. Okay, that was a lot of dialogue, but it is good that we got it done and over with, because that means we are making progress. And I think now I am going to put it on hold. I'm gonna fight a couple bosses right now. I think we're going to take down the Pyro Regis Vine and the what's the cube called? Is it a hypostasis? I think I can get purple gems. I think I can. If not, I definitely should be able to. And then we're going to teleport all the way down to Inazuma again. We're gonna run all the way up here. I really enjoy this fight just because of how easy it is. It's very simple, it's very straightforward. It's very choreographed, so it's easy to... Oh! That was unexpected. I spoke too soon. In general, though, this is a very easy fight. Just a little more. Okay. Now it is out of the pyro phase. I'm going to stand here and stab the heck out of it. Oh. That one, and that one. Just a little further. And there we go. Oh, that looks pretty. Man. Oh, that was unlucky. Go ahead and get that out of the way. I'm gonna save this for the next Genshin episode so that we can actually do all of the challenges in one go. Come back up to here. Boss enemies. This one. It's got a minute until it's back. And you know what? I'm gonna do my dailies as well. My daily quests. Where are they this week? We are in Liyue. Teleport to this one. Oh, interesting. We're taking on... Completely forget what the enemy is called. This is also one of the more in Eye of the Storm. This is luckily one of the more easy fights to do. I wish I could always go that quickly. Just shredding it down in a single wave. Geronimo. Where are we headed? Is it that little red dot down there? Yep. There's another whirlpool right there. We saw one of those in the last episode and I was very curious about it.
Got lucky that time.
You don't stop hitting me. Oh, it's so annoying to fight enemies when they can just stab you and completely interrupt your attack. That is 2 down. We have 2 left. Oh, I prefer the other one. those guys are taken care of. Next, we've got this to take care of. Goodness. There's the enemies. I knew that would happen. Oh well, it's fine, it's fine. That was weird. He just sort of despawned. Take that one out. Take that one out. Is this the end? Yes. Perfect. And, oh, very quickly. Oh, hello there. Give me that. Okay. And now, going to Jingze Village to do our fourth and final daily mission. And then after we do this, is this a missing bone? That's funny, the fact that they came all the way out here as well. Oh, who was little Chang? Chang Knight. Leave it to us. Where? Oh, where? I'm gonna teleport to this domain, and then we're just going to run south. Oh, he's at the little ghost village. Just a little bit further. And we are. Oh, uh-oh. I'm coming. That one's down. That one's down. Okay. Your grandma's worried sick about you. Go home. Are we okay? I thought we were stealing our rewards from the stuff that he left behind. That would have been funny. Then we've got to go all the way back to this one. Oh, goodness. That was very close. So where does that grandma sleep? Does she live in that building that has no walls? Because I definitely don't expect her to live up here, up 3 sets of ladders. That would be ridiculous. Did you drop these? I don't like houses one more time. Considering how electrocharged work, it is important to be careful when blink. That was a lot of dialogue for a loading screen. Especially because the ones in this game are typically pretty fast. Okay. Going to walk the rest of the way to let our stamina come back. And then we are going to go for it. A little bit more. Perfect. Going to collect our rewards and not get anything amazing once again. And then one more fight. Teleport all the way back down to Inazuma. Let our stamina come back just a little bit more. And go. Ooh, still hit me. Oh, still hit me. Oh, still hit me. Oh, that was a poor display of dodging abilities. Well, at least we took them out of the fire phase. Go ahead and ult, because why not? Take that one out, take that one out, take that one out. And go. With this one, you are finished. Smells like animal spirit. That's funny. Not a single purple. That is rather unfortunate. That's not what I wanted. I want to go through my achievements. Defeat a pyrohypostasis after being hit by its mimetic 3-hit combo. Complete the quest for old time's sake and complete the 3 small wishes. And that is that. And that is where we are going to be ending today's episode. So, feel free to leave a like if you liked what you saw/heard, or subscribe if you want to watch more of my content or be notified when I upload. I hope you have a lovely morning, day, or night. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.